Something has emptied out the hills again. Maybe it was war, or industry, or drugs. The husks of a once proud civilization lay empty. But you are an Ann. That means you're staying. This is your home, but also the home of older things. Everybody, welcome back to the hills. All of your Anns have moved. Somewhat of a vacation, somewhat really in the summer. They have heard of opportunities, and we'll talk about what impact that might have on, say, Mary Grace and others here in a minute. So we'll go over each of those. Before we get started on that, okay. We were talking about backstories, and I was joking about the guy that did the literal novella, and I still have it somewhere in like my Dropbox. I've never read it. Maybe I need to go back and just read it, actually. I should do a dramatic reading of it on the
that'd
channel.
be fantastic. That would be fantastic.
Okay.
You could just do a separate YouTube video.
Yeah. Okay. This is from Richard Chase, who's the main inspiration for this. Obituaries. 3 Mile Creek, North Carolina, 1841 to 1915. And obituaries, some of them were inked in here. There's somebody had drawn this, but these were typewritten. And whoever wrote for Spoon River newspaper did not have excellent grammar, but we're going to give it a try. Now, the first one is aspirational for me. I actually got to say, I've already failed the standard. But this is this person's 4-sentence backstory. William Davis, 100.8. Died October 5th, 1841. Was an old soldier in the Revolutionary War. Got his thigh broke, spelled T-H-I-E. Last fight, spelled F-I-T-E. King's Mount. I think that's King's Mountain. He was a farmer, made brandy, and never had a drunkard in the family. And that was that man's life. And then
That's
there's
awesome.
The next heroic one. I'm only going to do 3 of these, but this is what a backstory ought to look like. Frankie Davis. This woman is an Ann. This is an Ann. Frankie Davis. Actually, it didn't even rate her name. It's got Frankie Davis, his wife. I don't think they knew her name, but he wrote it up anyway. Age 87. Died September 10th, 1842. Oh yeah, William Davis's wife. She had the nerve to fight some wolves all night at a sugar camp. Save her calf out there. Throwed fire chunks from the fire at him. Was half a mile from home. Now she ain't got no nerve to fight the wolves. She's dead. That was her obituary.
That's golden.
That is fantastic.
Most of these are just like, he was a great deer hunter and turkeys, must have killed 100 deer. That was it. I think there's 5 of them that are just like that. I wanted to find the one, this one, William Carter. Was a fine hunter, killed bears and wolves, probably 100 deer. Awful sorry, worthless man. That's it. That's all. I'm just gonna move on. Those are backstories. Okay, let's see. Now, Birch, Sylvia, Steve, Glenn, and Twig. Right now, we don't have Birch with us tonight or Homer. Not Glenn, Homer. We'll see if Homer joins us. But Sylvia. So, you made it into this haunted house last week. You made it out, and by there it is, TR. I got the names mixed around. By TR's math, you got $4.43. But it is your 4th week, right, of adventuring in the hills? Is it your fourth week, Birdie?
I think so. Do we add an extra grit for last week? So would that be 3 grit now?
So last week was our 3rd week. This is our
third
4th
week.
week now.
Okay, so it was your 3rd week last week. So yeah, you'll have a 3rd grit. There we go. And yeah, you'll have a 3rd grit. And I guess that means you will have had to have spent $3. So you got $1.43 left. Sylvia, for your old man Scooter. That's why you haven't left, right?
That's my character hasn't left for old Scooter. Somebody's got a dog named Scooter.
Yeah, the dog.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Your dog Scooter. Okay. What happened?
And I have marked that I have 7 in case anyone needs any.
What happened? What's been going on with Scooter? It's cost $3 to keep going. It doesn't have to necessarily be Scooter, but like something's costing $3 to get by.
I had to get dog food.
That's $3. That's.
I don't think he ate it all. I think those coons got into it, but I gotta get dog food.
Oh no!
Maybe he's eating it, and that's why he's looking like a chunk too. I don't know. But then he's been getting Meemaw's leftovers, so it's hard to tell.
Okay, yeah. You spent $3 in the week to make this possible, just to live here, whatever it takes. I forgot there's something else I was going to say, but moving on here. Russell, you have the paw Scooter. He needs your help. Something in life has cost you, and this could be something that's like debts or something that's stacking up week after week, but it's cost you $3 to get by. What's been going on with you and your carpentry business?
The still broke, which set us back a bit, and then somebody gave us bad wood. So when we tried to build, fix one of the roofs, the support beam we were putting in was rotten.
Oh my!
We tried to brace it, but it didn't go well.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
And now we owe somebody a dog, so that's we lost $1 to copper, $1 to bad wood, and $1 to replace the dog.
Oh man!
It was a bad dog though, so it's okay.
All right. Let's see. Twig. Twig, you don't want no real job. You're a poacher.
Yeah, I'll say.
Would you just blow your money? Is that what happened?
Well, I mean, we could add on a bit more than that. Perhaps, poaching business ain't been going too good, and my old man's been putting some pressure on me to get him some drinking money.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. All right. You blew $3 on that. TR, a faith healer, and Mary Grace.
Yeah, so Mary Grace is kind of TR's peculiar kid sister, and I imagine her being about 9 years old, and so she being taking the faith healer bit seriously, and being somebody who is also a little bit odd and peculiar, she gets fixated on things very easily. So one of the ladies in town who just had a new baby had a sick baby, and she went into an absolute meltdown because she wanted to make a blanket for the baby. So we had to buy her a bolt of cloth so that she could help Ma knit a quilt for this baby so that the baby would not get cold.
Man, that is amazing. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that definitely is how $3 would just fly away. So you all sold some.
That's only $1 for me, because I'm only on week
Oh
one,
yeah,
so
sorry, my bad. Yeah. Two of you are spending $3, everybody else spending $1.
Oh, beauty. The dog was okay.
Nice. All right. Yeah. All right. So, perhaps you must just have to give a promise to Mary Grace because you're about to leave town. And then for Scooter, that is to say, in this case, the dog, not the carpenter. Maybe you can bring him along for this. Maybe he's going to stay at your uncle's cabin. I don't know. But you all have heard of some things. In another county over, where there's a lake.
Hey, am I here?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
Be good for Scooter to go to my uncle's. Meemaw won't be sneaking him or cooking this week.
You could do that. Yep. And you've heard that there are a couple places out here. Now the places that in the hills that have the best lost things are when things are lost in mines and caves. They get carried there by spooks. If you believe in that sort of thing, which after last week, I imagine you ought to. And, or they can get carried there by ne'er-do-wells, people that are up to bad business, like you all, like last week as well. And so, the best thing you can do is try to search these out. You might find, lost things in the hills. But you're sure to find them lost things that haven't been taken or found already in hidden places. You have heard of several of these hidden places. You are at the town. You are at Crow Lake. Wait, no, I don't have that right. Let's see here. Here we are. You're on the edge of the county where the lake is several miles away. And you are in Sparrowtown. And your uncle, he has a house in Sparrowtown. And you have heard that there is a place here where people, how do I put this in a somewhat kid-friendly, YouTube-friendly way? People buy cheap cleaning products and make strange concoctions out of them. Somewhere this place is hidden, and you know that that means that they have things that are worth having and lost things. You've also heard that in one of the towns here in this lake town or this county, that one of the towns has a sewer. And that somewhere down in the sewer, people have gotten lost. Now, that's just tragic. But they probably had things. And then you've also heard that another place somewhere, possibly on the lake, somewhere hidden, is a mine, a disused mine. And some crazy old man built all kinds of doors down there, with keys that go to all kinds of different doors. Like he was a just psychopath with building doors with weird keys, and there's a whole place down there like this. And you know that means there's probably stuff that's lost that you could take. You have also heard that there are strange people in white hoods that gather at night. They do awful things. They meet in one of the mines here. And if you found that mine, you'd probably also find lost things. You have heard that there is a coven of witches here, somewhere in the forest. And they They do awful experiments, capture children and things, take them down into a place, a cave. And then last of all, you have heard that there is an actual vampire here somewhere in a cavern. And deep down in that cavern with that vampire is his treasure. So that is 6 different places with lost things that you've heard of. I'll describe where you are. Glenn is not here, so we'll pick a new caller. Birdie, can you be the caller?
Sure.
Thank you. I will give you $1. I don't know. The group caller would get $1. What is that?
It rhymes, therefore it's perfect.
An actual $1? Anyways.
That's almost a whole pistol shot.
That's one pistol bullet.
That's one bullet.
I pay you in bullets.
One bullet.
All right. So, Sparrowtown. There's a bunch of stores here. You can expect all of the different fine amenities that you would expect in a town. So if you wanted to go cut up or gather rumors or do any business, you can do so in Sparrowtown. It's got a bank. It's got a pharmacy. It's got all the stuff listed in the book. People here, when you come into town, are real tight-lipped. Something is really bothering them about stuff that's happening nearby. They look real nervous. The mayor of the town is Agrippina, is the woman who's the mayor here. It sits at this intersection, the town does, of these rivers. So there's a bunch of boats that come through here. And then it's got this road. This is a dirt road, but it's a main road. That's how you came into town. Sylvia, this is what you see nearby. You see forests that are bisected by roads and these rivers. You see in the distance in this forest, it looks like a stone tower, like a big corn silo. And you can see off in the distance that there are other places like that. Well, out here in these hills, these are all hills. You can see that there is a house up on a hill on stilts. And then the county continues with this road up off into the distance. And then also this river continuing. Last of all, you can see a house in this kind of swampy area down here to the southwest. I'll give these directions. The forests are to the east of you. Those hills are with the house on the stilts is to the northwest. And the swampy area with the house on stilts is to the southwest. And the river and the road continue to the west. What do you all do? This whole area is about one holler across. It takes you, I think, 3 hours? Look it up.
The doors thing gave me chills. I vote for the doors. That's
Yeah, doors actually sounds like a good time to me as well. Either doors or like going down into the mine. Doors sounds pretty awesome.
All right. You'll need to find these places.
Can I ask a real quick question? This is a town, so are there businesses around here? Because there's one thing, and I don't think it was in the book, but there's something that I really want to buy.
Yeah, what do you want to buy? There's absolutely, there's a junk store, a pharmacy, monument here, a bank. Yeah, a church.
I want to go to the junk store. So there's one Appalachian amenity that I don't have, and that is I want a buck knife. Not like a combat knife, but like a pocket knife.
Yeah, I mean, that will count as a knife, and it would be the cost in the book, but you can purchase that, absolutely.
Okay, let me see if I can find. Okay. Okay, I will note that because you always need to cut stuff.
Okay. All right. Where do you all go, Sylvia?
So you said we'd need to find the doors or the mines.
Yeah, so this whole thing is a micro sandbox. So what you do is you'll have to explore these hills and try to find these rumored places if they even exist.
Or if we, let's see, trying to remember. So remember we could pick up rumors in town too.
Absolutely.
But we'd need something to trade for it.
I'm trying to see.
Are you guys wanting to explore or try to go to town for a pocket knife and see if we can pick up a rumor?
Maybe when we're in the general store, maybe we can say like, "Hey, we heard there's a not a pocket knife around here. What am I talking about? A mine." And say, or I've asked about the doors. I think doors sounds pretty awesome, so maybe we could ask about like this person, see if anybody knew him. The
okay.
maker.
So you go in to find a knife. This place is just simply called the Five and Dime. Ray Nathan is running it. He's a kind of sourpuss. Someone will need to attempt to cut up. To cut up, you will need to roll a high turn test. Anybody could attempt to do this. Or you can try to sweeten him up by making a big purchase. How much is a knife? Is it more than $1?
I do not see knife in here.
Here, let me see if I can find it. I think I may have did the Traveler thing and I put item lists with prices further down, which is tragic. I really hated when Traveler did that.
I see food and pistol and bead. Don't see knife.
Lantern. Yeah, I see what you mean. I think it would be like, in my opinion, I think a knife would be worth about $1.
That sounds more than fair to me.
Okay. Well, that's $1 purchase. So you're cutting up with Ray. I almost said Billy Ray, like Billy Ray Cyrus. With Ray Nathan, and he starts out real sour, but then you go purchase this knife. It's been on the shelf forever, and he starts telling you. He says, "Lord, I tell you what, Agrippina's barely keeping it together in this place. Well, I bet everybody moves out of this place come 5 years from now. Ain't worth it no more, if you ask me."
You guys are all in here with me too, so you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to just like take the whole scene. Sorry.
Yeah, anybody can talk. Yeah.
Well, what's got the struggle?
I don't know if you'd believe me if I told you.
I probably would.
All right, well, I'll say it whether you believe it or not. There's these houses out. There's a house out in the hills. There's a house out in the swamp. There's a house in the forest. And they've got a bunch of sorcerers in them. Yep. And they do magic, and it just causes it just causes a mess. This town gets tore up. There's all kinds of things, just a mess. And it's all over this woman, Margot. I don't even know if she's real. But these sorcerers, while they're just they're fighting with each other and causing problems, trying to get her attention. I ain't never seen Margot. They say she's a witch and lives out in the trail south of here on the way into town. I ain't never seen her. But the county police over near the lake, well, they don't do anything anymore. So we're just left to deal with it.
Well, sir, I don't like
TR.
it, but I do believe you.
TR is gonna say, "Ain't no way nobody would live out there in that swamp. That's crazy."
I wouldn't live in that swamp. But these sorcerers think a woman does, and they're taken with her.
What kind of powers do they have? What have they done to the town?
Well, why don't we take a look outside today and see? How about that? He gets up, shutters the store, opens the door, puts his hand up to his eyes, and let's see here. Where's my dice roller? Come on, roll. 4. Boom, boom. He says, well, there it
Oh, no,
is.
Jack.
Sure enough. Boom. Yeah, you maybe think so, but this time you see
I don't like this at all.
20-foot tall thing way out in the distance up to the north in the hills just stomping. And it's got coveralls on, but one big eye and nothing else. And it rips a tree up out of the ground, throws it at one of the other at that corn silo out in the woods, and some of the masonry chips and shatters off the corn silo. You hear hollering out from that corn silo out in the distance. You answer for the Anaximedes. I'll get you next time. And then the giant disappears. And then Ray Nathan turns back to you and he says, "We see there, it's like that every day. Ain't nobody gonna come in here and raise a family or start a business with that nonsense going on."
Russell's standing out there. He's covering his eye too. And, yeah, I reckon that's a problem.
TR is gonna look over at Ray Nathan and kind of just shrug a little bit and go, "Boy, I think I'm gonna need a bigger knife."
Backy sticks ain't gonna help much with that one.
Now that raises a good question. What brings you all in here anyway? Why would you want to come to Sparrowtown? Nobody comes to the lake anymore. Half of it's dried up.
We're out visiting my uncle. All his cousins and my dog Scooter. Meemaw was busy this week and said we needed someone to do the looking after, so we're with my uncle. We love shops like yours, though, all sorts of cool stuff, and sometimes we find things and never know, might bring something in if it looks cool.
So you are about finding things, huh? That's what I figured. Well, I'll tell you what. If you're looking to find stuff where everybody's left the county, they say there's a sewer under this town somewhere, back when things were a lot better. But the only person that's got a key to get into the sewer is Agrippina.
And Agrippina was the lady they're all infatuated with?
No, Agrippina is the mayor.
Oh, okay. So who you mentioned a witch in the swamp, right?
Oh yeah,
That
these crazy sorcerers, they all claim to be trying to get the attention and love of some Margot.
Margot, okay.
Would any of us be able to pick a lock out of character?
Oh yeah.
Anyone with a gun.
I'll take it. How do y'all feel about we go, like,
Well, look.
go witch hunting? Or, well, go look for a witch.
I only got 3 bullets.
Maybe sweet talk the sorcerer into finding out how to, talk to this witch or maybe help him score some points with her so we could actually talk to her.
Yeah,
Just
I don't know if we
regular stuff.
necessarily need to kill the witch. We just need to, steal from the witch.
Sorcerer might give us some information if we were to like sweet talk her for him or something. I don't know.
Well, how many sorcerers were there? You said there was one on the hill, one on the.
And one in the
Ray Nathan, he will tell. He'll answer that. He'll say, "Well, look up there." He points to the northwest. I'll points to the northwest. He says, "Out there in them hills." I'll tell you who that is. He's got some crazy name. These are all a bunch of crazy people. Anaximenides, he says. And
Okay.
What's
then
his name?
Anaximenides. And then he points out to the northeast, out in the woods over there on the other side of the river. That's Herman. I don't know.
Much simpler.
Yeah. He used to be a painter in town, then something, I don't know what happened to him, to be honest with you. And then down there, and he points to the south, that's just a swamp. Yeah, I don't know why anybody want to live in the swamp, but would you believe our family doctor, Mortimus? He used to be the family doctor in town. We went plumb crazy. And now he goes out there and he's not bathed and he smells funny. And he lives out there in a house on the swamp. And then lastly, and then there's Bartleby. And he points down the river to the west. I said, Bartleby. I'm not sure what to say about Bartleby. He's no sorcerer. He's just a crazy man.
Is he looking for gooseberries?
I just figured I would mention Bartleby because he is another crazy man that lives out in a house on the river, and
they're all interested in
maybe he's
marble.
harmless, but they are all trying to get the attention of some witch that I question if she even exists.
Okay.
Oh, they do say love makes you do crazy stuff.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, I guess.
I think we ought to go talk to Herman. Because I can't say that first feller's name. And painters might be easier to deal with than crazy doctors.
I think it was Anaximenides. I don't know how to spell it, but that's what I wrote.
Anaximenides.
Anaximenides. We got Herman. We got Mortimus. Bartleby. I swear, I've bumped into Bartleby before somewhere, haven't I?
I can't. I don't know.
Goodness.
I mean, he could be your mom's second cousin's best friend's daughter's ex-boyfriend's sister or something. You never know. Small world.
Yeah. So the one to the north, right? That was the Anaximenides. He was the one with like the Cyclops.
The Cyclops.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, came from the hills toward Herman's house through a tree.
So Herman may want some help with revenge. He may be a good stop.
That's what I'm wondering is if he seemingly has sent his Cyclops to go attack one of his rivals, perhaps now's a good time to visit old Anaximenides and rob him blind.
He sent his Cyclops.
Yeah.
He didn't necessarily go.
Yeah, he sent his Cyclops, which means presumably he's much less defended.
Which hopefully he only has one.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine we might see more.
Personally, I'm somewhat reluctant to do too much bother to a gentleman who gets attacked by a Cyclops and goes, "Oh, I'll get you for that."
That is a very valid point.
Rather dismissive.
All right, so we've got about 3 options that have been discussed. Sylvia, what is the call?
Okay, so the main things I'm hearing is Anaximenides, because we could go rob him, or Herman, because we may be able to, like, get on his good side, I guess.
You pick.
Thinking.
All right.
I kind of lean towards Herman.
All right.
But Sylvia's a little worried on picking a fight with a guy whose name reminds more of a pharaoh, and he can summon giant cyclops.
All right. You 3 hours have passed in the day because you spent time cutting up in town. Okay, so that takes a long time because you got to understand the goodbye itself is going to take 20, 30 minutes. All right. So you're going to take some time. That's not fast. So then you set off traveling. Traveling across a holler takes 3 hours. You make it to this river here. Let's see if anything happens today. Nope. It's a peaceful summer day. The crickets and summer birds are hollering and going on, and the creek is full, but you're able to find rocks and make it across without getting wet or having problems. Make it into the woods, and you fight all the briars and everything and the underbrush and wind your way through the forest until you come to a corn silo. Next to the corn silo is a barn. It's actually got an outbuilding and a barn. The barn is attached to the corn silo. And you hear a wheeze from a man, and you see a big eyeball poke out from the top of the corn silo, and he's like, I ain't got time for visitors. And then he disappears.
Well, we was just thinking how terrible that Anaximenides fella was.
And we heard you make best paintings in this whole town. We'd like to see one. If one used to have one laying around.
Pa says you can match a color by eye.
And you hear a song. He's like something like stones speak to me, do 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 do, like, and he's singing to rocks and stones. It's the subject of the song. And you see all of the stones nearby on the outside of the corn silo, like of the brick itself, and all of the rocks, because this is a rocky place. There's rocks everywhere. And the rocks reform into the shape of a woman's face. And it stops after a while, and he says, You like painting?
That girl there, she's a beauty. She'd really be something to paint, wouldn't she?
Oh, she sure would. Let's see, Steve, you asked about it first. Russell, make a high turn test.
All right, here we go. So I'm rolling 1d6 for this, right? Or is it 2?
It's a 2d6 to get at or under your turn.
Oh, too high.
Ooh, okay. He looks down and he says, Ooh. Wait, somebody mentioned Anaximenides, right?
Yeah, it was me.
It
I
you?
said he was
Yeah.
terrible.
He says, what do you know about Anaximenides?
Well, we was in town shopping for a buck knife, and a fella pointed out over to your place, and we saw a big old fella with one eye throwing stuff at your house. And I thought to myself, well, that's not very kind of him to do. So we came over to ask you about that.
You gonna help old Herman out, huh?
I think that would be okay.
Okay. And he wheezes and he laughs. And you hear wooden stairs inside the corn silo creak loudly with a heavy weight. And you hear jostling of something and it becomes clear as it comes out the front of the corn silo. He's got a big old box and they're full of figurines. Tons of figurines. Made of stone. He's like, I like to make these things and, well, I'm going to paint them one of these days, but I got to marry Margot first. And after I marry her, well, I'll get to painting all these. And he puts the box down. He says, if you'd be so kind and deliver these to my friend Anaximenides, I'm sure I could maybe help you with something if you need it.
What are these made of? Like, what type of stone does it look like? Is it normal rock?
It does appear to be normal rock, mostly, I guess, limestone, like soft stone.
Okay, and so you just want us to take this crate and bring it over to Anaximenides' house?
Yeah, give him a nice present from his friend Herman.
Do we need to tell him, or can we dang dong dash and kind of leave it on the porch like so and ring the bell and run?
Well, you just got to make sure he gets it. I forgot to mention Herman. He looks like a psychopathic Santa Claus who's losing his hair at the top.
Exactly what I was thinking.
That's exactly it.
That's how I pictured it.
Just like a snaggle-toothed, wiry-haired Santa Claus, and there you go. Okay, that's all.
I'm gonna whisper to my cousins. All right, I think I got a little idea. How about we take this up to Anaximenides? Like you say, we can do a bit of ding dong ditch. I assume these are gonna do something magic and mess with
Oh
them.
yeah,
And
we're delivering shenanigans.
yeah, and how about we try and slip in the back of his house while he's handling that, and we try to see if we could steal anything from him.
You think these look valuable? Think we could sell them?
Sell these? No. Well, presumably these are a trap for Anaximenides. I don't know if we want to sell these. I don't think we would get much happy customers. I don't think.
Well, if we sold them right before we left town.
I
mean-
imagine that they will probably, whatever they're gonna do, is probably gonna happen relatively soon, and we deliver them to Anaximenides
Yeah.
first. If we're holding on to them, they're very likely gonna activate on us instead, and whatever magic's gonna hit
Yeah,
us.
we definitely don't want to hold on to him for any longer than it takes to get to his house.
Alright, yeah, I'll tell the guy. Sure, how about, we can do that for you. Provided you give us a little summon, and I'll make a little, like, money motion.
Oh, I see. He looks at you. You can make a high turn test for that as well. Or is this a low turn test? See, now that's a real No. We're not doing enough of the stuff here for the game. That's a low heart test is what that one was. Yeah. That was a low heart test.
So,
It's
low
cold-hearted.
heart, I need to
Yeah.
roll below my heart?
Yeah,
Oh.
so you have to roll at or above your heart because you always roll opposite.
okay.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's
Okay.
based on the stat.
Yeah, let's see if he's willing to give a little payment for this. Okay. I'll roll. I do not roll above my heart. I do not.
He tries to take the stone stuff back in a huff.
I'm gonna say to him, "Come on, man, we'll do it."
Yeah, we'll do it. We just need,
How
How about we do it first and then you give us a little something?
Hey,
we're right skeptical of strangers.
Well, so am
We'll go-
I.
We'll go pro bono. We do it first and then you pay us on completion.
Well, we'll just look at that then. I got to get back to work. And he closes the door of the corn silo and you hear the creaking of wood steps trying to bear his load as he creaks his way back up the top of the corn silo. And you hear him furiously working on something up there, banging and sliding of stuff. And you don't even know.
I don't know why, but when he came down the stairs and when he went up the stairs, I was picturing it being like comically fast, like tuk, 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 tuk.
There'll be those here too, I think. Indeed. All right. Yeah, he has went back up in his tower, and then you have a cardboard box of stone figurines. There's probably 30 of them in here.
Yeah.
This is gonna
let's
cause
go
a
to
lot of
Luminous
problems.
Max Amenities. See what happens.
Yeah.
So, I want to do one thing, and that is before we get there, I'm gonna carve on top of the either cardboard or wooden crate. I'm gonna take my buck knife, which I'm stoked that I already get to use, and I'm gonna carve his name on it, like the way that I think it's spelled, not actually correct, but like ANAX AMANDZZ. Like, I'm gonna carve like what I think is his name on it. So when he asks us where we got it, we're gonna say, like, we found this and it had your name on it, and so we brought it to you.
I think we're planning to ding dong ditch. I don't think he should see us at all.
But I get
you
it.
said
Like if it happens, I get it.
But
Like,
what
if it
I'm- what
yeah.
I'm wondering is,
If we get
how
caught.
how about instead of carving his name on it, you carve a love heart and put Margot, so he thinks it's from Margot.
Oh my god, that's so good. That's
Yeah, I
so
like it.
good.
That's real good.
That is so good.
And let's
That's
be real, Margot is a
exactly.
simpler name than Anaximenides.
Yeah.
Those it'll be misspelled.
No, man. No, man, that's so good.
Okay.
That's so perfect.
Yes, we should totally do the heart with Margot.
Yeah, so like Margot inside a heart.
Yeah.
All right. Now, that's been 9 hours have passed since the morning time. So now it's early evening. You probably have a little time left before the end of the day. Now, if you get caught out in the hills at night, I honestly don't remember. I'll take a look at my rules. But I think you have to, I don't know. We'll look at it in a second. Actually, no, we probably ought to know that, huh? That sounds important. Let's see here. Movement, repeat, encounter procedures, combat, between adventures. I think when you are outside, I think I will I don't think I have any camping procedures or anything. Encounters, morale. Oh, here we go. Rest and food. Hands must rest for 8 hours and eat and drink every 24-hour period. Also, do you all have food? Do you have food in one of your slots?
I do, yes. I have
Yes,
three
I got some jerky.
Okay.
3 beef jerkies.
All right. And then, let's see. Otherwise, you get a penalty. Hostile encounters will always reset this time. Resting at a house is always possible when a house is found. That's one thing. There are no taverns here. If there's a house, the front door is always open. All doors are open in the hills. You just have to find a house. I think if you don't find a house to stay in, I will just keep rolling encounter checks, and you can't rest anytime you get an encounter check. And they happen every 3 hours. So, not the end of the world.
Or is it on an estimate to walk on a new the old Pharaoh dude's house?
Anaximenides.
It's traversing a holler, so it will take you 3 hours. So that'll be,
Okay.
you'll be at evening time. So you could hypothetically get there and then get back to town to your uncle's house by nighttime. So you'll either have to travel at night or you'll have to camp out in the hills.
I think we should risk it.
I kind of don't want to take these figures to town.
I don't either. That seems like a real bad idea.
Okay. All right, here we go. So you travel back across the creek. The sun is starting to, it's getting a little cooler. It's a little nicer out. And you get into the hills as the sun slowly starts setting. It feels high in the sky. And you see a house on stilts up on the top of a hill. And it's a very, actually, hold on here. It is a very nice house, and a very large one, with a big wraparound Southern plantation style wraparound porch, and very well decorated with hanging plants and a bunch of stuff out on the front porch. There's a bunch of little ornaments and doodads and stuff, and a wind chime, and wooden stairs that spiral their way up on the stilts up to the top, up where the house is on the hill.
Okay. So, here's the plan. We put these at the entrance. We ding-dong ditch, and then while that happens, we also try to sneak in through either a window or a back door while he's distracted, and see if we can find something in there worth anything we could take.
So this is a piece of
Go
cake.
look around back. You want to go look around back first, see if there's a door before we actually do the.
So no problem. You look at the back of the house and you confirm this. Yeah, it does. It has a back door with it has two things. It's got a covered, screened sunroom, which would be very easy to get into, and then a screen door on the back where the sunroom is. So there's definitely a back entrance. You're confident that you could climb the thing, which is something you would have to do. To do this is very simple. Which of you has the lowest heart? This will be a low heart roll.
11, not it.
10, not it.
Or alternately, I'll make you another deal. This could also be a low work roll.
I got a 4.
Yeah, maybe you do the low work.
I got an 8 work roll. I got an 8 work. I could maybe do it.
Well, no, you said.
Yeah, I got
Steve,
a 4.
you have a 4, right, in work?
Because low, you got to roll under, right?
No,
you gotta,
no,
you gotta roll
always,
above.
You always roll the opposite because it's always
Okay. Oops. Yeah. My bad. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so
with you.
I think,
I'm tracking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think
So
if you want whatever the challenge is, so low heart roll, you want to have low heart. So
yeah.
I like that idea. That's a cool system.
It is really cool.
Yeah, because you're trying to do something really surreptitious and not have to actually do anything. You're trying to just like sneak by here, and everybody else will be able to get around in the back. It all comes down to can Russell creak his way up those stairs, drop this thing off, and get out of there without getting seen. That's it. That's all it's going to take.
Here goes. I'm hitting the reroll. 7.
A 7. All right. Let's see. Out of 4. Yeah. So, and you're rolling a low work roll, so you pass. Okay. So these things are like chattering in this cardboard box as you're trying to get up these, stairs, and you're trying to carry this stone stuff, and you get it up to the top of the stairs. Take the box and just kind of gently slide it up to the front door, and then like go back down the stairs. And meanwhile, everybody else is in the back, and I'm assuming you're waiting to hear what happens. And sure enough, you hear like a bunch of like cracking and jostling sounds, and then you hear it like all over the front of the house. And Russell, you can see these things have come to life, and they're just beating on that house. They're taking pots and throwing it down and crashing things, and all these little stone figurines are just hopping around all over the place. They're tearing up the screen door, tearing up the wood, and this man, he comes out. He is very well dressed. He's got a nice, like a white shirt with a black tie, and he's wearing glasses. And he's big and jowly, like a big jowly face, and he's trim but elderly. And he comes out. What is happening here? What is this? What is this? He's trying to kick these things off the porch, and you just see him like raising his fist to the air, and he's like, Herman, you will answer for this. Herman, and it echoes across the holler. And yeah, he's so occupied with these little stone statues tearing up his porch that you're easily able to make it into the back of his house.
Looks like
Now or
that's all
never
cute.
time.
I'm
Now or never
expecting,
Well,
time.
Herman, he
echoing-
doesn't need to worry about paying us for this because this guy already did. If we get anything good,
And you see something in this house. Man, all of his tableware is made of gold. Turns out Anaximenides used to be a fancy lawyer in town before whatever happened to him happened. And all of his silverware, all of his tableware is gold. And if you just, does anybody have a sack or anything?
I got my backpack on with 6 slots.
You do have a backpack. That's fair
Same.
enough. Yeah, you could just take your
Empty slot.
backpack and roll all the tableware you can into your backpacks. This will take a slot for each of you, except for Russell, who's not here. And each of you gather $10 worth of golden tableware.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
that'd be $30
Pretty good.
total.
I'm picturing as he's like, Herman, you just like from the far distance, you just kind of hear.
All right, I think we got the goods. Let's get the heck out of here. Before
Yeah.
let's
Let's
go,
go.
before he.
You make your way out across. Oh, I forgot to run for the counter check. So
But
we're
we're in the
gonna have two of
house. We're
We
in a
have-
house.
those. No, I mean
we have
on
dinged,
the
we
way
have
here.
donged, now we must ditch.
All right, on the way there is fine. Let's see. On the way back, it's also fine. Okay, so clear summer night. It's nighttime outside. Wonder what effect nighttime would have. Where's that at? Let's see. Rest, tests, damage. Rest and food. Just things I gotta work out. All right. It is clearly night. Well, I know what it would take. It would take one of your flashlight batteries. That's easy. So, who wants to use one?
I still got one. I can use
All
mine.
right. Yeah, you use a flashlight battery. That's obviously what it would take at nighttime to travel. But otherwise, it's peaceful getting back into Sparrowtown, and you come clanking up to your uncle's house. He's looking out. He's been sitting there on the at the window looking out, and he takes the shades down, sees you out there with your flashlight bob, and hears a bunch of clanking in your backpacks. He just shakes his head.
We might need to lay low for a week.
Oh.
And now I'll give you all two options. You can end there for the week. Now, that's interesting because you've returned back. The conventions usually no, I think that's it. Unless you wanted to try to make it to another holler. Or you could, you know what? I'll say we'll end there for the week unless you want to try to pick the lock on that sewer. Now, keep in mind, if you fail that test, something bad might happen, right?
No, I don't think we go for it.
All right.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Although,
Could we talk? Should we try to talk to Herman? I guess he'll know that we did
Yeah.
the thing for him.
I'm wondering too, is there any like gold plates or something like that that has the other guy's initials on them or anything?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay, we got to give him one of those. He'll find that
Okay. Oh,
hilarious.
You want,
no,
you
we
want
don't
to,
gotta give them. We gotta keep it. This is all money. We need this.
yeah. Do you want to take proof back to Herman and try to see if you can get his patronage and what is it you want from Herman? I guess that's important too.
I
Well, I
feel
think
like he might give us intel. He was cranky about money, and we could just tell him, "Oh, don't worry about the money. We got that from your friend." While he was busy, but do we want intel on Margot, or do we
Yeah.
want intel on?
Here's something maybe.
Yes, we do.
What if
Or
we
on the
tell him?
doors? You might know that one too.
Yeah. What I think we either ask him about the doors, or tell him that since we've already worked for him and he's built up trust, if he tells us where Margot lives, we'll go try to talk to her and get her to come and court him. Because man, if this is like a minor sorcerer that we just looted, and that was $30. Imagine what Margot's got.
Do we want to take off all the sorcerers?
Yeah, one by one.
We go after Margot. She's going to get all of them on us.
All right, so let me frame some options. So one option is to go back and talk to, and we'll just do that, and that'll be the end of the adventure for the night. It's interesting, y'all. Got a big haul right out of the hauler right out the gate. So, but that does sound like something to clean up. Is gathering information. You know that you have money for the week. Let's see, if you divide it 4 ways. I'm curious. You've got $30, and
yeah, it's more than we need. We might want to think about like holding on to some and not selling all.
yeah, and you can keep it. You can keep 10 items worth. So you have $10 each. You can keep 10 items in the front at your front porch.
That'd put us each at $750.
Yeah,
that ain't bad for 1 week.
Well,
no.
I think the point is because it gets more and more expensive each week, right? So we want to have some buffer zone for like weeks where we might not get as much.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that the big so there's kind of like 3 states, almost like in D&D. The first one is if you get to a certain grit, then you no longer have this condition. Like if you make it far enough, you become a hills person. The next thing that seems obvious to me is having your own house, so you don't have this problem. And then you can actually have more and more things with your house, and you can deal with more and more stuff. But anyways, yeah, so framing options here. You could go back to Herman. You could go to Margot. Yeah, it sounds like those are the 2 thoughts. And does anyone remember where Margot is? Is the decision to return to Herman or to go to Margot? We could probably do either or both of those, and then.
Well, we don't know where Margot is necessarily. I think the idea is we're just gonna go to Herman and just learn some more rumors in a sense, just learn some more information.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Think we're necessarily committing to go look for Margot today, but perhaps like learning a bit more about Margot and the like situation with the different wizards could be of use.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think if we're following the kind of like the breadcrumbs, I think it was we got to figure out this thing with Margot. To check again, I immediately forgot her name. Goodness. And then we got to talk to Agrippina. Once we solve this, right? Is that?
Well, I think
then we get the key to the spur.
The mayor, and yes, if we sort out whatever with Margot, she will give us the key to the sewers. Was that it? I think that was it.
Yeah.
Well, Margot won't have. Margot doesn't have the key. Agrippina has the key.
Yeah, Agrippina has the key.
But Agrippina is the mayor and would want us to stop the wizards.
You could also try to talk to Agrippina, like if you wanted to, you know.
Yeah, that's another thing. We could just go straight to the mayor if we want.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
I almost feel like Margot.
We stole a bunch of stuff. Can we talk to you?
Oh, sorry. I almost feel like the Margot thing might be more of like an in-game type of thing for this particular area. Like Margot being, she's kind of seems to be at least the thread that ties all the wizards together. And it's like, if we talk to the mayor and meet a few more people and get a little bit more of the story, then when we go to Margot, we can present something to her to try to make her like do something that's more optimal for us, like try to find a way to make the wizards stop fighting. Or
well, that's the thing, right? I think Herman's probably a good person to get the information from because he's one of the wizards directly involved in this kerfuffle, so we can at least get his perspective as one of the participants.
Agreed.
See, I think one thing we need to be careful with Margot about, because like Sylvia's perspective, all of these now avoid town and all that, and it's like did she magically get them all wrapped around her little finger
Mm.
and using them for something? They don't
Well,
get it. They're like under her spell or under her thrall, whatever.
Yeah,
And
I
so
think
they're all wrapped around her
Yeah.
finger.
they're
And
bewitched
does
by
she
her,
have that
whether that's
capability
magical or
to bewitch
just,
people? Like, could she bewitch just anyone? Like, I think we need to be careful
Well,
of that with her.
here's the
It's like,
thing.
could she sick them on us?
I think we have to kind of consider is if we're working on the assumption that this Margot has bewitched these sorcerers, all she's having them do is fight each other. It seems to me she's just looking for attention.
Or
she's
distraction.
she's well, maybe a distraction, but it seems like she's just having these four wizards just battle each other for her affection. So
Or she has no idea who they are.
Yeah.
well,
They're
yeah,
just
I
some
mean, that's also
random,
a
just
possibility.
random dudes.
I think
That's-
she's
I
just
love that
enjoying the
theory.
chase right now. You know, she's just having fun.
I love that. I love that theory. I love that theory.
All right. It sounds like no one knows precisely where Margot is. So,
Yeah.
two new options, or two options: Herman or Agrippina or someone else in town. Do you cut up in town, or do you go back to Herman?
I think Human.
I vote Herman.
And also, like, kind of buttering him up and making sure he's like, he knows, hey, just don't mention to anyone that we're helping you, because if you have any more trouble with these guys, like, we're totally down for helping you. They shouldn't be picking on you.
Yeah, he
But we
didn't
don't
say
want
it's-
them to know it's us. But we'd love to help you and Margot out. I'd love to have that happen. That's like a nice romance story right there. We're your buddies, man.
Yep.
All right.
So that he doesn't go telling them.
Let's see. The night passes. The summer air is full of fireflies, and you wake up in the summer morning dew, and you set up for more ne'er-do-welling for the day. You set out from town, make it across the farm again. You got farmers kind of looking at you like, who are they? What are they doing? You make it to the creek, make it across, and let's see if anything happens in the holler today. On this watch, anyway. It does not. You're peacefully able to make it back into the woods, back up to the corn silo. Did you bring the golden plate? Did you want to do that?
I brought it, but I'm just going to show it to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We left the rest of it, and we just bring one singular plate.
You hear him obviously like busily doing something up there, and he doesn't seem to notice you. What do you do?
Loud dog whistle.
Why? Hey, who's down there? Who's down there?
It's your
I
friends.
got-
We're back with a
Did-
story.
Did you deliver it?
We sure did.
Oh boy!
Awesome.
Oh
Herman,
boy!
it could
And you
not
hear,
have gone better.
And the wooden creaking stairs again as he winds his way down the corn silo and comes out, puts his hands on his suspenders, his butt's kind of hanging out the back a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, thanks for delivering my present."
Look what we got. And I pull out the plate and I show it to him.
Oh boy! Well, you did make out, didn't you? You know.
Cause a little ruckus of our own.
Anaximenides. Why, the reason he has a name sounds like some kind of cleaning chemical, because some fancy family who's come down in this country a long time ago from old country, and he's a lawyer, and he's so fancy. He's nothing special. He lacks my artistic qualities.
Yeah, we don't take much to fancy folk.
Well, you take much from him.
I appreciate that very much. And let's see what he has done today, because his project is already in effect. He, the creeks nearby, which have been rushing beautifully in the summer, suddenly the water stops. and it flips on itself and starts running the other way. And the fish all start jumping up, and it's like they start singing songs, like one note at a time, each fish. Little minnows, little crawdads. They're just hopping up out of the water, and they're like, and they sing in like big, like operatic voices, like, Margot, the beautiful, Herman, blah, blah, blah. You know, like it's like this opera of like how like she's destined to be with Herman and stuff. And that is what he has done today. All of the creeks in this place are doing that. All of the people of Sparrowtown are not happy.
You know, Herman, I don't think, Margot, she lives up there in the swamp, don't she?
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you get her, if you get all her water, you know, see the creeks, they run to and from the swamp, and if you get all that water moving the wrong way, well, you never know what might happen up there. You never know if her house might flood or if her
I would never
waters
do
might
that.
start running the wrong way.
Nah, it won't happen. I've figured it all out. I have carefully planned the whole thing. She will see my love for her. It will sing to her all day. And sure enough, all of the fish and crawdads and minnows are jumping out and just singing this opera song constantly.
Russell wipes away a single tear.
Well,
You know,
oh, go ahead.
anybody saw us come up here, they're going to think we had something to do with this.
You don't think you did? He grins.
Well, I mean, less people to know, the better.
I thought we were friends.
We
Gives you
are,
a-
we are, but
Partially
especially if you're
tooth
this
missing
gifted.
smile.
Sylvia thinks these fish are officially cool, and if he can pull off this level of shenanigans, he's good in her book.
I'll say to him,
yeah, he's the man.
mixture of friends and conspirators, maybe.
I love to hear that. I know that I'm the right match for Margot.
So,
I just have to figure out how to win her love.
I mean, these fish are amazing, but I can't help but think with your creativity, if she were to see some of those paints, like if you were to make her a masterpiece that she couldn't help but see, oh, from what I've heard of you, she wouldn't be able to, ignore that kind of thing.
The world is your canvas, Herman.
Paint? Who said anything about painting? Oh, you mean my miniatures?
Oh, your art. I mean, those miniatures are amazing. Just think what else she could do.
Oh, no, I only make miniatures, miss.
Well, if you ever need us to deliver more miniatures, we'd be fair game. Whether, if you make fish sing, I bet you could make miniatures sing as well.
I bet I could. I'll have to work on that.
yeah. So, Herman, when did you first meet Marco?
I've never met her.
Oh, you've only heard of her.
Yes. She's...
Why haven't you go meet her?
Well, I figure I need to win her love first.
I see.
When I meet her, we'll fall in love, and it'll be beautiful.
Well,
How'd you hear about her?
Well, everybody's heard about Margot. She was, excuse me. She, used to, do tricks at the fair, used to run the town fair, and she was a midwife. And then, Agrippina threw her out of town after they had a bad year. Everybody said she was a witch. No one would talk to her anymore after the bad year.
Okay. Well, how about you point us in her direction, and tomorrow we go put in, or next week we put in a good word for you with her.
Well, I wouldn't want you to get it wrong. You can make this would be a high turn test.
Okay. Um, once again, don't know if I'm the best one to be making this one.
I have a turn of 5.
I got a 7.
Damn.
Okay.
Somebody else could pitch, like how you pitch. The high turn
yeah.
person could try to pitch this.
Yeah, I think 7 is, I think, our best. So you're probably the person with 7 is probably the best people to pitch this idea.
So how are we thinking?
Saying,
What's the
if he points us in Margot's direction, we'll just put in a good word with her for him.
yeah, if you
Like
point
deliver
us,
a message or something, that kind of thing.
you know, if you were to make more of these figures and paint them, because my pa says you can match paint anything, and you make them sing, we could bring them to Margot and leave them on the porch just like we did before. She ain't going to see us, and she's only going to think it came from you.
I like it. Well, let me work on it. It'll take me about a week, and I'll make figurines that'll sing her beauty. She'll know of my love, and then I'll tell you where she is.
All right.
Fair enough.
Good day to
We'll
you.
come back. And good
Good
day
day
to
to
you.
you, too.
Thank you, Herman. Have a good one.
You see half of his butt crack hanging out of his pants as he like dodders up the corn silo stairs.
Eyes.
And let's see here. That takes, so you're at the hour 6. So it'll take 9 hours. Let's see if anything happens on the way back.
Oh, can I use my herb lore to collect a random herb in the area
Yes.
in this hollow?
Yes. Yes, you can. Let me roll for your herb. I felt like I have a list, but I guess maybe not. Let's see here.
I think there is in the book.
Lore item. Here we go. And then let me roll. This one right here. I got a 2. You get bone set leaves.
All right.
All right. They will go bad probably in a week or 2. So you'll have to try to use them. But and anyways, you make it back to your uncle's porch, and that ends our adventure for the night. Mythic Mountains RPG is a private online play club that focuses on folk RPGs. Folk RPGs are the games that belong to all of us. They're what actually happens at a table between friends. It's their voice that has the authority on what is fun and what works for them. Weekly, we upload our games to allow others to sit in with us. The channel isn't monetized. We don't own the artwork, music, software, or games shown in these actual plays, and you can find links to their authors in the description. Like, subscribe, and share if you wish, or don't. Just like games in person, you're welcome to pull up a chair, sit in, and watch some of our games. No performances, no fancy equipment, just regular people playing folk pencil and paper role-playing games and having a good time. We hope these games will prove a source of enjoyment to anyone just wanting to listen in, anyone looking for examples of how actual groups run and play folk RPGs, and most importantly, if you haven't found your group yet, you're welcome here at ours.